Welcome back to my channel. I hope everybody's having a great Thursday. Hair is up. It's getting serious. Time for me to put on my makeup for the day. I've had my workout, a couple of appointments. It's time to get some face on. So I skipped the boring part. Dior Nude Air Serum. I went light today. Didn't feel like wearing heavy foundation. That's 020. Put it on with my flat Morphe foundation brush. This is E31. And also, I have powdered in with my Hourglass Luminous Light. I use this big flathead guy. This is E1. And I just go in circles with my powder Luminous Light. Hourglass is milled very finely. It is so good for mature skin. I still can't say it enough. Hourglass. Sets your makeup, doesn't cake your face, gives you just a titch of that healthy kind of shimmery, glow. No sparkles, there's no glitter. It's just very healthy. And my eyebrows are on, looking kind of scary, but I thought we can shorten up the video and go straight to the fun parts. And Anastasia Clear Brow Gel. And I have my Life Extension magazine with me today. So I thought I could just quickly talk about this. Remember, this is a free magazine. People tell me to this day, matter of fact, even this week, I heard, it's funny that people strike up a conversation. I find it, everybody that's kind of running around in my circle pretty knows how adamant I am about not eating chemicals and poison, and unless it's cheat day, I'm eating clean. I'm eating organic. I'm eating a lot of salad. I'm eating meat that's grass-fed, free chickens, free eggs, meaning they're not in a cage. They run free like they're supposed to. I'm eating real fats, real butter, not eating food dyes, chemicals, preservatives, blah, the list goes on and on. So it came up that this person said, I think they should do it for us. And what she meant was she has to eat out a lot. Her family is busy pretty much every night of the week. They have children in sports, so they eat out pretty much every night. I set my under eye with Smooth Operator from Tarte. Just tapped, and I will brush off the excess after I get some eyeshadow on. So, looking for my NARS concealer that I'm going to set my eye with. You can use anything. You could use your under eye concealer to set your eyes with. You could use NARS that I use. You could use even your foundation. I mean, you could drag it up here. I like this because of its consistency and how well my eyeshadow never cracks or creases. And it just stays. So when I'm putting it on, I don't want it moving around my face. I don't want my eyeshadow falling off. And I just clean up any mess I made. This is a Chanel brush. Same brush, number 2. This is the only brush I use to put my concealer on for my eyes. Super exciting. So, the conversation. She said she thought they should do it for us. Meaning, what she meant was businesses shouldn't feed us junk. It should offer us clean meat, no chemicals, no preservatives. So you can just roll in to the drive-thru and get good food. And I was quite taken aback by that statement. It didn't make me angry. Setting my eyes with smooth operator tart powder. That way my eyeshadow moves around, doesn't get sticky. But what it boils down to is money. So, as in most subjects, as in almost all subjects, it costs more to feed people healthy food. So their profit margin would narrow. And that's not what they're there for. They're there to make money. And I'm not going to put down companies that use, not good meat, not good ingredients, chemical food, blah, blah, blah. Basically, not real food. One, I don't own the company. Two, it's not my place. Do I like it? No, I don't like it. But that's where it falls to the individual to make the choice. For me, if it was me and my family, I would pack food and not eat out. So it's a choice. And that's what I kind of said in the conversation. It's a choice. How bad do you want it? I kind of said I don't want it in my children especially. So we're only out eating out at a restaurant if it's a treat, a special occasion. We used to eat out a lot. Time. We were tired, whatever. I didn't care. Nobody had to cook. We don't have to clean the kitchen. Let's eat out. But now for a long time now, we've been to where if we do eat out because we're pressed for time or something's happening unexpected, we just don't enjoy it. And it doesn't taste right. It doesn't taste that good to us anymore. And we get really bent because we spent money on something that we're sitting there going, oh, yay, great. Like, we just get so bent because what used to taste super delicious doesn't taste that way anymore. So, I wanted to bring the magazine up because supplementation is a real science. It's not somebody's opinion who sat around one day and thought, oh, let me make some supplements for people. Yeah, it's a big money industry nowadays. But remember, if you don't know who made it and how, if you don't know when you turn the bottle over what the compounding ingredients are, don't waste your money on it. Just don't. It's not worth it. That's a big key in supplementation. People think, oh, I'm going to pull that vitamin C right off there. It's at Walmart. I'm good to go. No. It's quality of what it's compounded with, how it's going to react in your body, how the body is breaking it down. Can it utilize the kind of vitamin C that's in that supplement? Some, they're making supplements with lesser quality stuff. So just remember, if you don't know who made it, you don't know who compounded it, if you can't flip it over and just read the short ingredient list and you don't understand it, don't buy it. Just move on to the next one. Flip it over and look at the ingredient list. Shorter the better. Short words are better. Life Extension has their own advisory board. This is a scientific advisory board. This is public information. These people, women and men, are highly talented, educated. Each person has an entire paragraph connected to their name, so you know what is their education, what is their papers, what have they published studies. Most of these are PhDs, MDs. Some of these people are just straight up scientists, meaning way beyond MDs. These people are using the cutting edge of science as we know it, and they publish it into this magazine. Every single article in this magazine, since it's talking about medical subjects, yes, it's talking about all natural compounded cures. I said cures. Every article is footnoted, references. This is an article that was written about allergies. So, every single one in this paragraph tells you what study, the article, how many studies. You can see this article was made from 9 studies. Where was it done? What kind of study was it? What year was it? Where did it happen? Who conducted it? Every single article in the magazine is references, footnoted, so you can look at these studies separately outside of the magazine, outside of the article, and look at them by yourself. Look at the science by yourself. There's an article in here that supports the front cover about cardiovascular disease that's dropping. One reason is now modern medicine doctors are using supplementation for their cardiac patients to help keep their health up. Plug those holes. Plug the holes. This is what aging is all about. You plug the hole, you're good to go. This article actually says, is mainstream medicine finally waking up? It's talking about the use of CoQ10 in their patients. It's talking about American Medical Association numbers from the 1980s. All kinds of great studies in here. Great science. I know all of you may not be interested in science or the human body, but I know you're interested in your own health and your longevity as a human. Aren't we all? What's going to keep you out of the nursing home at 80? Plug the holes. That's what's going to keep you out. What do you think is what's vital for us? What do we need to have as we age? We need a brain, and we need our bones, and we need our muscles. If you have your brain and it's functioning at top speed and it's perfectly fine because you've plugged the holes, you've given it plenty of fat, the brain is accessing fat on a second basis. Your brain uses fat to function. That's science. That is public information. Totally easily looked at information. Your brain operates on fat. This is why we feed newborns high fatty breast milk formula. I only recommend breast milk. There is no formula could ever touch breast milk. What it does for your baby's bowel, its body, its immune system is bar none. So, a grown person's brain is using fat to process, to think. So, as we age, brain tissue shrinks. This is why we are vulnerable to Alzheimer's, dementia. It is not just genetics, people, and that is what the leading cutting-edge science studies are really saying. Your genetics basically point the way, but it's what you do with your machine that really drives the picture home. If you have some sort of bad genome for breast cancer, yes, I know you've been told over and thousands of millions of times that it increases your chances. It actually, in modern science, the way I read it, doesn't. It's just pointing the way. Now, if you use methods, i.e. supplementation, staying off the sugar, because what are bad cells eating? Remember, it's sugar. And another thing, the chemicals, a lot of chemicals in our food chain mimic estrogen inside the body. Now, isn't that a bitch? I mean, when I was studying that particular topic, I got very angry. Because, are you kidding me? Chemicals. There's a list of them. It's like 10 of the mothers that mimic estrogen in the body. This is another reason why we're having children, i.e. my own child, that's 11, entering puberty at such faster and faster rates. It's because of the certain chemicals that mimic estrogen in the human body. So then you have the problem of having too much estrogen on board. So the body's like, dong, 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 okay, it's time to mature, let's go. Here comes some breasts, here comes some extra hair, here comes the mood, the brain is like, release, let's release the estrogen. There's all reasons why we're having generation after generation of young people maturing at a quicker rate. My generation did not do that, but it's kind of scientifically started with me, meaning people in my generation were basically the last group to not age or mature too young. So then it just started going from there. I graduated in 84, and, it's no secret, I'm 51. I'll be 52 in May. And after my generation, people were maturing. Humans were maturing at younger and younger ages. And it's still going on. We have children in 4th grade having menstrual cycles. Yeah. And it is scientifically related to our food chain and sugars, preservatives. It is what it is. And if you're unstudied of the subject, which a lot of people are, I get it. Life's hard. Who has time to study? Well, I get it. Well, then I'll study for you. I'm here to help pass the information along. Even the modern medicine guys that medicine does see kind of say the same thing. They're really, well, all of the kids are going early these days. It's kind of what they say. Well, why is that? If you ask them back. Well, they had all the hormones in the meat. They had all the hormones in the milk. So there you go. Yeah. That's right. There you go. I did stop her from receiving these type of hormones a few years ago. So we've kind of slowed down the process, but we're still just sitting on the edge of maturity, and the brain isn't ready. I mean, no brain is ready at 10, 9 to have a woman's problems with a child's brain. It isn't fair. So if you really think that supplementation is an option, or that it isn't solid science, think again. If you think that purchasing meat that's full of hormones doesn't affect you, it does. There's a reason why you're aging faster. It's all connected. Why are we maturing faster? Why are we aging faster? Why did we lose our hormones faster than the generation before us? Why? I know I must sound like a dead horse beating the subject, but it's so important. So important. I mean, of course I love makeup, and I want to look good. I have an ego, just like everyone else does. Yeah, I don't even want to just look good. I want to look hot. Okay, let's just throw it out there. When my hair is done and my face is on and my body's done, meaning I've got a cool outfit on, I want to look hot. I don't want somebody looking at me going, I wonder how old she is. Do you think she's in her 40s? No. All I want in here is, oh, she looks hot. That's it. I don't want... It's fine if you reference my age. I'm not saying that, but I'm just telling you my, like, deep brain thoughts here. Yeah. I want to look hot. I'm a girl. I don't know. Is it that, earth-shattering that I want to look hot? Not to me. Maybe to some people. And that's okay. That's fair. We're all different. And I'm using my Tarte lip palette in Bloom Love Tarte eyeshadows. You do have to tap off a lot because they have a lot of kick. But for me, kick doesn't really bother me that much as long as the eyeshadow performs well, meaning doesn't crease, doesn't crack, doesn't fall off your face. It blends well when you blend it. Then I don't care when I dip in that it has kick off. But you just have to be careful when eyeshadow is kicking back because it falls all over the place if you don't kick it off before you windshield wiper. And basically I'm just doing very simple eyes today. Me and simple. So I'm going to bronze up with my Too Faced. I mean, are you guys surprised yet? And I am going to use my Hugonic, going back and forth between these two bronzer brushes. This is E41. I'm tapping in. I always tap on my hand just so I can make sure I'm not like putting the bronzer all crazy. I'm framing my face because faces were not supposed to be one color. And as I age, I see more reason to frame my face than I did when I was younger. When I was young, I didn't need to really, I don't know, maybe I did, but it just seems like I didn't have saggy jaw issues when I was younger. I didn't have, wrinkle issues when I was younger. So, I'm trying to frame my face so I'm catching the light in the middle, keeping the dark to the outside, so my face has highs and lows. So I'm creating younger skin. I'm making that with makeup. Thank God there's makeup. Because what I lack in naturalness because of my age, I'm going to make it. I'm going to fake it until I make it with makeup. That's what it's here for. In my opinion, I love it. I could create round eyes. I could create a small eye. I could create a black eye, meaning I could just black. I could have eyeballs this big, or I could have eyeballs this big. I could have round eyeballs. I could have oblong eyeballs. I could create all kinds of stuff with makeup. Basically, the possibilities are endless. Endless. It's all about practice. What goes up must come down. I've got a E18. This is a bigger pencil brush. Now I'm just bringing it down and around. Packing on. Remember, you don't have to be so precise when you pack on, because you will go in with a large fluffy and you will blend. So I'm creating more space, rounding out my small eye. Even if you have very large eye space to work with and you don't have hooded eyes, this technique can still be used. You can keep the light forward and the dark back here, and it will make your large eye even bigger. If you want to close the space, if you have extremely large eyes and you want to close the space, you don't want your large eye that day, you close the space by using dark in here. Closes the entire space. It creates a different illusion when you're wanting to make a large eye look small. Keeping my dark colors to the outside. Nothing new here. And I'm going to use my Hourglass blush. This is your Euphoric Fusion. And I'm going to use my trusty blush brush. This is E4. These blushes from guess who? Hourglass are amazing. I mean, oh, for the love. The milled, keep it on the apple, push back into your bronzer. Apple, push back into the bronzer. These are milled so finely. I believe that mature skin benefits from a very finely milled product. Because if you have great big grains and you have mature skin, it's going to fall in to areas you don't want it to fall into. Areas you don't want to emphasize. So, Hourglass. I have 2 different colors. I also learned a new trick. I have this Hourglass highlighter trio here. This is Ambient. It's called Ambient palette. It's a small palette that's kind of pricey per se. So I think it's like 40 something bucks. When your face is completely done, take a large brush, or I mean the mega large. Go down your powders lightly. Tap off. When you're done, you just lightly dust your face with your Hourglass powder. This is this last step you do right before you set your face. It gives you the most subtle, kind of glow, healthy. My skin is my skin, and it's not caked with makeup. You could probably, I haven't tried this technique with anything else but Hourglass, but I will, and I'll let you know. I don't think there's a lot of finely milled as Hourglass is, but I do have some Kylie powders in here I could try it with and let you guys know. So it has different cost ranges just to give you guys a couple of options. This one's up there in price, but the thing of it is longevity. This thing will last you forever. It's not going to go bad. Don't dip in dirty brushes, meaning, yes, brushes that have powder on it, but don't dip into this if you have, a small brush full of eyeshadow. Use your powder brush. Make sure you wash your brushes once a week and let them dry. Don't use harsh shampoos on them. I use my organic shampoo on my brushes, my Morphe brushes. I wash them and then I just lay them out on a towel to dry once a week. This technique, as you can see up close, just gives me a tiny hint of, her skin looks really good today. Hey. So you guys, that's it for me. I'm going to do lashes and take my hair down off camera, but I will be back tomorrow. And I think I'm going to post up 2 videos if I'm lucky tomorrow. The one with my husband and I and the questions, and then just one with me. doing the do. So I hope you guys are well. I love everybody. Really do. It's good to talk to you guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Oh, thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to hit the bell notification.